Now on Sunrise, no more bridge lifts on I-5. Why the new Columbia crossing won't have a drawbridge. Plus, a ring of suspected thieves authorities say are targeting one high-priced item at stores around this Portland neighborhood. Your news starts now. Good morning, and thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Libby Dowsett. We will get to your headlines in just a minute. But first, let's check in with Corey Johnson for our first look at your Saturday forecast.
Yeah, good morning, Libby. We are off to a nice start on our Saturday morning. This is our Rose City camera sitting pretty clear for us. Not much in the way of cloud cover early on in our weekend as we kick it off. 36 degrees for us currently in the Rose City. Our temperatures right now sitting around the mid 30s to low 40s across many stretches. A little bit cooler though for us in Longview, Kelso. 28 degrees there, 42 degrees in Astoria. It looks like 37 right now in the Dalles. 30 in Pendleton currently. Your temperatures across much of the day going to sit a little bit on the cooler side by the time we hit the afternoon or the late morning rather. It'll be about 40 degrees. Our high today I do believe will be around 51 in all. Taking a look at our Shinnecoin's casino camera out in Lincoln City, just some light fog near the coast this morning, 37 degrees currently. This is another live look from the square also. A few people out even early this morning, but grab a light jacket because we are sitting in the mid 30s. So looking throughout the rest of the day, going to be very clear for us. We are seeing just a little bit of an east wind out in the gorge, but for the most part, going to stay very dry and look very mild across much of our weekend. We'll break down more of the temperatures coming up.
Thank you, Corey. This morning, a big step forward for plans to build a brand new I-5 bridge. The Coast Guard has signed off on a fixed span over the Columbia. It's expected to save the project about $1 billion. But as Catherine Cook reports, the new crossing is still billions over budget, with a major deadline looming.
While the $1 billion savings is big, a draft document released earlier this month suggests that the total bridge project price tag could still be as much as $7 billion over budget. Still, project leaders will take the wins.
We've heard lots of congratulations today and excitement.
After years of setbacks and challenges for the Interstate Bridge Replacement Program, Friday brought a major win. The U.S. Coast Guard signed off on a fixed span design rather than a drawbridge, meaning no more bridge lifts.
The decision by the Coast Guard has given us basically a green light to remove the red light on I-5.
Carly Francis is interim program administrator at IBR. She says the fixed span design not only moves the program forward, it saves $1 billion. But bigger challenges remain. The project appears to be less than half funded. Draft documents released last week estimate the total project cost at $13.6 billion. With current funding, that leaves a $7 billion deficit.
The price tag is incredible for the project. And when are they starting?
My main hope is that something is done before it falls down.
IBR's goal is to break ground by September. Doing so would ensure they retain nearly $1 billion in federal grant funding. But if the full project is only 50% funded, how would that work? Francis says the $6.5 billion they have now should cover what they're focused on first, building the bridge and the approaches.
That will facilitate starting the program, and then we'll continue to work on funding over time to complete the program.
The next step is the federal environmental review. That's dragged on for years because they were basically waiting on whether this would be a fixed bridge or a drawbridge. And now, with the Coast Guard's decision, they're one step closer to knowing that answer. In Vancouver, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Authorities are looking for those caught on camera allegedly breaking into a Southeast Portland business. Take a look. You can see someone make their way onto the roof of Montevilla Sewing on Southeast Stirk early Friday morning, then turn the security camera away. The store's president says that's where 2 HVAC units were stolen. He believes that thieves were after the copper inside. And he says 3 other units have been stolen from the store since September. Each unit costs about $25,000, and the store could now lose its insurance.
This is a real problem. we need to stop this now because businesses cannot afford to do business in Portland if this does not get taken care of.
The president of the Neighborhood Business Association believes this is part of a bigger theft ring and says 7 businesses in that area have also had HVAC units taken. Portland police say they are investigating. A Portland man faces nearly 400 charges, all related to child sex abuse material. Authorities say he used cameras hidden in these cell phone power adapters and external batteries. He's accused of putting them inside private homes of people he knew, then secretly recording 6 children and 5 adults in bedrooms and bathrooms. The charges against 26-year-old Fonte Gladden include 86 counts of using a child in display of sexually explicit conduct. Police now want to hear from anyone who believes they may have been recorded. The woman shot by a Border Patrol agent in Southeast Portland made her first court appearance on immigration-related charges Friday. Kyle Aboshi was in the courtroom and brings us the latest.
Orlenet's Betsabeth Zambrano Contreras appeared by video before a federal judge in Portland. The 32-year-old is one of 2 people shot by a U.S. Border Patrol agent last week after allegedly ramming their truck into the officer's unoccupied vehicle. According to court records, federal agents conducting targeted enforcement spotted the driver, Luis Nino Moncada, and his passenger, Zambrano Contreras, in Southeast Portland. 6 federal agents in 4 unmarked vehicles made a traffic stop in the parking lot of an Adventist Health medical office. Agents say Nino Moncada appeared anxious and visibly moving, and after officers identified themselves, he repeatedly rammed the rented federal vehicle. A Border Patrol agent fired 2 shots. Nino Moncada drove off and called 911 for help.
Caller saying that he was shot twice by ICE and his wife was shot as well.
Nino Moncada was shot in the arm, Zambrano Contreras in the chest. She's being held at the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma. Reporter Sharon Yu from our Seattle station spoke with Zambrano Contreras earlier this week.
She told me that she was doing okay. She showed me her gunshot wounds. There was 1 wound to her left chest and 3 under her right chest.
Zambrano Contreras is being held on a criminal complaint out of Texas, where prosecutors say she illegally entered the U.S. in 2023. Both federal officials and local police have linked Zambrano Contreras to a recent shooting in Portland and prostitution ring run by the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua.
And for now, a judge ordered the woman to remain behind bars. Several new developments regarding immigration enforcement in Minnesota and the backlash. First, the Justice Department is investigating whether Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey have impeded federal immigration enforcement with their public statements. Both the governor and mayor have condemned ICE operations, while the White House continues to defend the operation.
It's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of Minnesota by our own federal government.
These are all illegal alien criminals. This is all ICE is trying to do. They are trying to remove people like this from Governor Walz's state.
Meanwhile, a federal judge in Minnesota also ruled that federal agents cannot retaliate against peaceful protesters or stop people in their cars if they are not obstructing the officers. Oregon doctors have confirmed a new case of measles in Clackamas County. They say the affected individual is not vaccinated. They don't know at this point if the person traveled outside of Oregon or if the new case is linked to 2 previously reported cases. Those were both in Linn County. Doctors say they're working to identify people who may have been exposed to measles.